What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Today I have information for you that because I'm a Diablo partner, I was able to get early before it even hit the internet regarding our upcoming update. This was provided from Blizzard and is all official information. In addition to that, at the very end of the video, I have a small leak for you that is some extremely important and interesting information, something I thought would actually never come to the game. That'll be at the end of the video. So I want to thank Blizzard for having me as a partner and providing me with some information before it hits the press. Let's take a look at what we have coming in the incoming update. Summary preview. Satisfy your desire to dole out justice in our upcoming major update by purifying your soul in the Cold Isles. Only then can you wield Eldruin, Tyrael's sword, and strike down Diablo. Now I want you to keep in mind, this is Tyrael's sword, a one-handed beastly sword that we essentially have learned that we should be using to kill Diablo, that we heard about at Gamescom about a month ago. We're gonna get more into that. That also kind of brings into the leak of information we have later. I will be very clear when I'm speaking about a leak versus when I'm speaking about something that is official information, such as all of this. Temper yourself in the crucible of justice. Our 9th major update, Crucible of Justice, is currently being forged by the searing heat of the burning hells and will be released on September 12th. While you prepare for the journey ahead, we're providing you with a look of the new Crucible of Justice main quest, Vanguard co-op mode, and 3 new legendary gems. These are all the details that are in there. These are not linked because this is a document. This is not a website we're clicking around on. So the Crucible of Justice main quest. I mean, I love that Diablo's coming back. When we all heard about Diablo Immortal, we were here because we wanted to fight Diablo. So we're going to be able to do that. Let's learn more about that right here. Crucible of Justice is the next major chapter, or the next chapter of Diablo Immortal's main quest line, available to those who have completed the final leg of the Southern Dreadlands main quest, No Salvation. After retrieving the angelic sword Eldruin from the Dreadlands, you've been tormented by your inability to wield it. A torment is now taking on a life of its own. The Sword of Justice rejects the darkness that has crept into your body and mind with the shattering of the Worldstone shards. To contain the evil festering within and to prepare you for confrontation with Diablo, you must travel to the city, beast-ridden Cold Isles, and fight for your very soul. So, I mean, I love the lore of Diablo, although when I play the game, I don't love to take the time to watch and play through the lore. So I love what we're talking about here. Like, I would read it as a book, or probably an audiobook, because who has time to read books anymore? I'd probably listen to it as an audiobook and love the story. I do like this, though, how we're kind of corrupted because of the Worldstone, and we need to purify ourselves. So that's the journey we're going to be on. Now, we have a Vanguard co-op mode. We got ourselves our Barbarian. I feel like we've seen this image somewhere before. Hordes of implacable enemies by the way of Lidwinter Woods have amassed. As you look out at a seemingly endless ranks of invaders, their lust for power becomes palpable, and you quickly realize that you'll not waver easily and weigh your options. To overcome such insurmountable odds, you must band together with other warriors. Together you have a shot at fending off this gigantic threat to Sanctuary. So far we're sounding like a horde mode, which we have game modes inside, like the castle and things like that, where it's like horde mode stuff. Let's see what this looks like though. Vanguard is a new co-op activity where you cull foes in parties of 4 cross-objective based runs. The objective your party is tasked with depends on the Vanguard difficulty tier you're playing on. In total, there are 5 objectives, some of which only unlock in higher difficulty tiers. Objectives can be tasks like escorting an artifact, felling a Heliquary boss, or halting a shardboard invasion, all to the tune of vicious demons crawling at you from every direction. All right, so we have objective-based gameplay. Make someone get from one spot to the other via the escort, take down a certain horde, which is kind of cool. We don't really have objective-based things in a PvP. This is probably more of a PvE experience here, working with 3 others to take down hordes. I like it though, and I'll like it even more if there's big rewards that go alongside of it. Next up, we have the the Hellish Power Ripe for the taking. New tools are at your disposal to help you rise to the challenge ahead. Vanguard boasts mode-specific skills that will kick your character's build up a notch. With the strength of these skills, upgrading by playing more Vanguard. Wait a second. Vanguard boasts mode-specific skills that'll kick your... So it looks like in this Vanguard mode, we're getting different skills for our characters? Well, that's interesting. Would they create new skills for a character class just to use them in one game mode? Or could we potentially see these skills move over to our primary builds inside of the game as well? I wonder. This is actually a great way for Diablo Immortal to test new skills, putting them in only a specific game mode, and if those skills do well with the class and aren't over, OP in one class or the other, and they're quite balanced, potentially bring them to the rest of the game so we could have an additional skill added to our class. We'll see. If not, at least we're getting something cool inside of this new game mode. New Heliquary affixes place the formidable sweeping attacks traditionally wielded by Heliquary bosses in the palm of your hand. Ooh, okay. These affixes can be found on offhand and main hand items you'll receive as rewards for completing Vanguard's runs on its highest 2 difficulty tiers. Heliquary affixes can be used anywhere in Sanctuary. All right, this is cool. So Heliquary affixes place the formidable sweeping attacks traditionally wielded by Heliquary bosses in the palm of your hand. So it seems like we're going to be able to get some type of attacks that Heliquary bosses are utilizing, but we're going to be able to utilize them as our own character class. That's how I'm reading that. It sounds interesting. Either way, I like different ways to build out our classes and to have new builds brought to the game. All right, we also are getting new legendary gems. I don't know if this is something that excites you or not. I know that I am very excited about my current build, so new legendary gems would probably take me off that track, but let's see. They have 3 new legendary gems, and these are all going to be statted at us at rank 10. This is their max capability, keep in mind. We have the Wolfhort 5-star gem. Dealing damage grants you Savage Heart for 6 seconds, causing your attacks to mark enemies. At 5 stacks, the marks are consumed and slash the heart of the enemy, dealing 95% base damage plus 385. Savage Heart also causes you to howl, granting 14% increased attack speed to you and nearby allies for 3 seconds. It can't trigger more than every 20 seconds. Definitely sounding like a PvP gem right there with this slash the heart dealing 95% damage. Very cool. Then we have a 2-star gem, Cold Confidant. Dealing damage summons a pillar of ice at an enemy's location with life equal to 500% of your maximum life. Basically, this is going to be like a meat shield. Enemies near the pillar are chilled and dealt 85% damage plus 344 each seconds. The pillar persists for 6 seconds or until destroyed. This can happen every 20 seconds. That one actually sounds really good. A pillar that acts as a defense but also does damage as well. I like that. That's actually a pretty good 2-star gem. And then we have a new 1-star gem, Entropic Well. Increases skill damage by 18% and skill attack speed by 4%. That's also a really good gem. Honestly, I'm feeling more... I'm not a huge PvP guy. PvPers may love this right here. I'm pretty excited about the 2-star gem and about the 1-star gem. Not that I'm going to utilize a 1-star, but this 2-star gem, man, looks pretty good. And not that I wouldn't utilize a 1-star gem. Next up, we have Modified Drop Table. Now, remember, yesterday I just ran, or the day before, I just ran 20 legendary crests. Good thing I have 10 more in my back pocket, because right here, it looks like we have from September 12th through October 3rd, so we essentially have 3 weeks there. Players will have the option to enable a modified drop table for their legendary crests when running Elder Rifts. Once enabled, whenever you receive a 5-star gem drop, there's a 50% chance it'll be Wolfhart. Wait a second. This is only modify your drop. I thought this was going to say it was a 2 times gem event. So I won't be modifying my drop table for this gem. I will not. I would modify the drop table for Blood-Soaked Jade if I could, But I thought this was going to say that we had a 2x event on legendary gems, which would mean we'd use 1 crest, get 2 gems. That's not what that said though. More details to come. Stay tuned. More information about all of the features coming with our next major update can be found in an article coming on September 10th. So we have more details. I will go through that article when it does drop. Remember, I do have a leak I want to share with you guys before you head out for the day. As this is an early look, all information conveyed can be changed. So again, this was sent to me and Diablo partners from Blizzard prior to them making this public information. At any point in time, if they need or want to, they could take this information and switch things up. They could change stats on stuff, but it's most of the time things aren't changed, but they definitely can be, so keep that in mind. But I wanted to give you information first while I had it. Now, there is also a leak that I wanted to share with you that comes from a very reliable source. This is not official information I'm about to share with you. This is a leak that I just received this morning from Red October, so thank you, Red. Let's dive into that really quickly. And it's not the video. The video right here is just what we see in game right now. You have Tyrael's sword and all of that. That's for the event that's going on. But there is a caption underneath, and as I mentioned, this is a reliable source that we've seen before come through with information that is actually truthful and actually comes to be, and it says it right here. The new version is scheduled for the 12th, which is confirmed. I just confirmed that, adding 2-handed weapons. Now, I was told back in the beginning when Diablo Immortal was created, it was brought up in conversation with the developers, will 2-handed weapons ever come to Diablo Immortal? And the answer back then was no. We were also told many other things that would not come to Diablo Immortal in that conversation, but over time, 2 years have passed, things have changed. And these things that we were asking about years ago are actually starting to come inside of the game. And I would not be surprised if 2-handed weapons did come. Think about it. We have all of these weapons coming to the game with different affixes, different abilities to change up our stuff. At some point in time, things are going to get repetitive. There's only so many different weapons you could bring with different affixes that are going to change your build. So a great way to make things a bit different is to add 2-handed weapons. So you're going to take both of those slots, your primary and your secondary, put them into one slot for a 2-handed weapon, add a couple of gem slots in that thing, and have really heavy, stronger weapons. A weapon that's strong enough to take the place of 2 weapon slots, 2 affixes. Will these have 2 affixes in them? Or will they still just hold 1, but it be an extremely strong affix? I would say probably the 1. Again, this is a leak. It is not confirmed, but it is information that I would say I'm fairly confident it's on point, because in the past they have been very good with their stuff. This is all broken down from Chinese. It's very difficult to actually understand what they're saying most of the time, but we figured this one out. Guys, I cover Diablo Immortal every single day, and I bring you any news that I have, whether it be leaks, breakthroughs, whether it be from Blizzard straight away, builds, or anything. If you're into Diablo Immortal, you want to know what's going on every day, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with another Diablo Immortal video. Tomorrow's is going to be another good one.